Hi everyone, my name is Aaron and I hope you are doing well. This message is to encourage the suffering Christians. And I'm just thinking about some of you who may be struggling with, mental afflictions and what the coronavirus may be doing to you, to your anxiety. And I know that it is causing a lot of people panic, but for those who are struggling already with mental afflictions, I'm concerned that it is making your load even worse. But I'm making this video because it is a great opportunity and it could be a huge blessing for you to finally be able to totally surrender to God. I hope this coronavirus has made it very obvious to you, as it probably did for most people in this world, that we don't have it all together, even as a people, just a human race. There's no cure for it right now. The best thing that I've heard that we can do is just to distance ourselves from others. Yeah, there are vaccines and cures can come out later, but right now we don't have anything, and it just shows you that even our top scientists, we can't do much, against a virus. And viruses have been plaguing the human race, for many, it's like hundreds of thousands of years. Even in Moses' time, there were plagues that God caused to break out among the Israelites. And just not too recently, but in World War I era, 1918, the Spanish flu just killed millions of people. And this time it wasn't the older people that were most vulnerable, but it was the young adults that were most vulnerable, where their healthy immune systems were responsible for killing them, from what I understand. So what I'm saying is, let this reality of you having no control over this coronavirus, and not just you, but every human being, let it bring you to that knowledge that you don't have control. Every control you think you have is a false perception. You have no control. It is Jesus alone that controls all things. He alone is sovereign, all-powerful and all-knowing. And when you realize this and you accept it, you may enter brokenness, and that is what you want. I pray to God that you enter brokenness through this coronavirus, instead of letting it just put add to your anxiety and you're trying to carry it around. But I hope it's the last straw where you just collapse and you say, God, it's you or nothing. I give up. No more peeling away my defenses and finally getting to the life of Christ in me. How about all the defense just being all peeled off once and for all, and it's just Jesus Christ showing in you. Jesus Christ as your life. Because the reality is, this coronavirus that's, you think is coming for you maybe, or you have to deal with the stock market crashing, all of that, it's not your life. That's the bottom line. A surrendered person acknowledges that he died, because that's what happened. He died. It's not his problem. It is Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, that has to deal with this, and he is going to deal with it, and he's going to do it through you, if you would surrender and trust in it, if you would give him control. The Holy Spirit wants to live his life in and through his children. He uses many circumstances to help his children let go of control. I pray that the coronavirus can be used to help you let go and be a huge blessing to you. And not only will you no longer fear the coronavirus, but the rest of your anxieties and fears. Whatever you're going through, you put it on the altar. Just give everything to God. And remember, Romans 12:1 says to offer yourself as a living sacrifice. So it's your entire body, your life. Whether you live or die, it is not your responsibility or your concern. You happily give your life to God, and he does what is best for you. He has a will and purpose for you, and he wants to do it through you. He doesn't want you to do it. He wants to do it himself in and through this vessel of his. But if the vessel resists and the rudder wants to go this way or that way, he can't do all that he has planned for you, which is good and perfect. But if you just let go, he can do what he has planned for you. So the coronavirus, God can use that for your good. And the reality is, he is using it for those that are called according to his purpose and who love him. So I hope it doesn't bring you to despair, but I do hope it brings you to brokenness if you are yet to surrender. And if you are a surrendered Christian who is living a life trusting in God, I pray that Isaiah 40:31 is true for you and stays true for you. It says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." So when things like this happen, like the coronavirus pandemic, you can fly above all of this with the wings that the Holy Spirit gives you. And that is putting your hope in Him, trusting in Him. You're not looking at the fears and storms as if you need to handle it. But God is your life. Jesus is taking care of it. And He's holding you. And He's carrying you. And He will accomplish His good and perfect will in and through you if you just let Him. So I pray this all works out to be a huge blessing for you. Don't give up. It is your choice whether you trust in God or not. So I pray that you do trust in Him with all your heart. And I want to end this message with Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5-6. I know I've talked about it before, but if you walk these commands, if you live out these verses, it'll go well for you. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. So simple, right? The good news is, it is. You put all your trust in Jesus alone. Don't trust your own understanding. Don't try to figure everything out yourself. How am I going to protect myself from the coronavirus? You trust in God. You are to take reasonable measures to protect yourself, but leave fear out of it. Trust in Jesus. God bless you, saints.